13 creepy stories about the Bridgewater Triangle. There is no doubt that you are familiar with the Bermuda Triangle, but have you heard of the Bridgewater Triangle? Bridgewater Triangle has its own creepy stories to tell, even though no planes or ships have mysteriously disappeared there. There has been UFO sightings, ghosts, curses, Native American lore, and more in the Bridgewater Triangle for centuries. It is located in a 200-square-mile area in southeastern Massachusetts. This region has some of the most fascinating and amusing spooky stories, as well as some that are downright gory and horrifying. We're going to tell you some creepy Bridgewater stories that will make you reconsider your next trip to the state thanks to vengeful ghosts and cult sacrifices. In this video, we are going to tell you 10 creepy stories about the Bridgewater Triangle. If you want to see more amazing things like this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel now. Enjoy the video. Number 13. The ghosts of Native American warriors dance at Profile Rock. This list is filled with Native American lore, so keep an eye out. Because so many Native Americans were massacred here and the land was considered holy to them, it's no wonder their spirits are upset with the new residents. Profile Rock near Freetown, MA is one area where legends abound. Native American warriors' ghosts are said to dance in the area, scaring off anyone who ventures too close to the area, once considered sacred. The triangle has a bloody history, so you probably want to give these folks their space. Number 12. Bigfoot is said to lurk in the woods. The Bridgewater Triangle folks make a pretty good case for Bigfoot living in their area, despite most people thinking he lives out west. Several local business owners, media writers, and even law enforcement officers have reported seeing an ape-like creature near the woods. An unfathomable sight was seen by two police officers in 1970. In their car, the officers were seated when the vehicle suddenly started to lift off the ground. They put a spotlight on the offender when they felt someone lifting the rear of their car. One officer described the offender as a huge bear man. To this day, sightings of it persist in the woods. Number 11. More than one sideshow performer has been born there. Two famous sideshow performers were born around the Bridgewater Triangle. Isaac W. Sprague, the first thin man of circus fame, lived in the mid-1800s and was so skinny and odd-looking that he became known as the human skeleton. Sprague weighed less than 43 pounds at the time of his death. The other is General Tom Thumb, who stood only 25 inches in tall. He did acts in costume, as well as comedy and other routines. Number 10. Cryptids are said to live in Lake Nipinikit. In the Bridgewater Triangle, Lake Nipinikit is home to ghosts, UFOs, mysterious magical lights, and of course, cryptids. A cryptid is a mysterious, unidentified, and possibly paranormal animal. And this lake has plenty of them. Snakes so large they mess with the local trout population have long been reported, as well as strange shapes that have been seen moving through the water. There have even been reports of frogs raining down onto the lake. If you go fishing here, you never know what you might catch. Number 9. A ghost trucker terrorizes motorists in Fall River. Beware of the mad trucker of Coppicut Road in Fall River, MA. Legend has it that there is a ghostly truck with a loud horn that terrorizes motorists, particularly tourists, at night. Witnesses have seen headlights coming towards them, heard the truck's horn blast, and seen the driver in their rearview mirror. Once they've gotten out of their cars to get a closer look, he disappears. Number 8. Children have disappeared, never to be seen again. Multiple children have gone missing in the Bridgewater Triangle, and a few were never found. One story has a happier ending. Little Alden Johnson was playing with his sister when suddenly witnesses nearby heard a horrifying scream. When they went to see what was wrong, the boy was gone. Hundreds of volunteers and police searched for the boy. There was no trace of him. 24 hours later, the boy just walked out of the woods with a bundle of mud and twigs and asked a rescuer if they would like to buy some flowers. He seemed healthy and said he had no memory of the past day. The only thing he did remember was that he was compelled to go pick flowers because that would make him rich. No one knew where he went or how he was unharmed in the swamp overnight. Number 7. There is a serial killer still on the loose. Besides animal sacrifices in the swamps and woods of the Bridgewater Triangle, There have also been other cadavers found, human ones. In 2014, the two women were found in the woods near the border of Brockton, MA, and Abington, MA. Many of their body parts were severed, including a foot, a calf, and part of an arm. The cadavers were placed on top of one another, and there were signs of ritualistic activities. The case was never solved. So the question remains, is this the work of one deranged slayer, or has the cult that mutilates animals moved on to bigger game? Some blame the mysterious cultists, but the police have never given any credence to that claim. Number 6. There are spheres of fire in the sky. Ever since the first UFO sighting in the Bridgewater Triangle, people have said they sometimes see a sphere of fire in the night sky so bright that it lights up entire towns. Multiple witnesses spotted the balls of fire in 2011. 21 separate reports were filed. Number 5. A creepy red-headed hitchhiker roams the highways. Legend has it that the red-headed hitchhiker of Route 44 is one of the most famous figures connected to the Bridgewater Triangle. A red-headed stranger approached the man as he walked up the road to find a payphone. He asked the man for help, but the man was silent. The man noticed that the stranger's face looked contorted and ghostly after asking a second time. After finding his wife standing outside the car, terrified, the husband returned to the car to tell her what had happened. When he asked what was wrong, she said that she turned on the radio and heard deranged laughter and a taunting voice that called her by name. There are several different versions of this tale, but this one is by far the spookiest. Number 4. There was a mass UFO sighting in 1972. UFO sightings were the first strange occurrence in the Bridgewater Triangle, so it's no surprise that mysterious objects still appear in the sky today. Over 100 years ago, there were photographs, news reports, and more, but one sighting stands out. During the night of July 3, 1972, residents of the South Shore area of Massachusetts noticed a strange sight in the sky. A large triangular object that looked like a baseball diamond. Numerous calls were made asking about the object, which was reported as translucent by many. Until today, no one knows what it was. According to reports, the object remained visible for more than half an hour. At least 26 people said they saw it. Number 3. There may be a vicious cult roaming the woods. It's a sign that something is amiss when the police become involved. A number of mutilated cows were discovered in nearby forests by the Freetown police beginning in the 1990s. The bodies appear to have been slain ritualistically, and satanic cultists have been suspected as perpetrators. To this day, no one knows what group or individual committed these mutilations. Number 2. The area played a huge part in a Native American conflict. If you don't believe in UFOs or Bigfoot, then maybe a little spooky history is more your speed. In 1675, Chief Metacom of the Wampanoag tribe, also known as King Philip, was allegedly on his deathbed after a bloody and fatalistic conflict. In what is now known as King Philip's War, Native Americans tried to drive the English colonists out of New England. Chief Metacom was slain in a swamp 2 years before the conflict's end. According to legend, he called out a curse upon the Bridgewater Triangle before perishing in the mud. Now, a dark curse hangs over the land and is often blamed for many of the area's strange occurrences. Number 1. A UFO appeared in the sky in 1760. New Englanders were waking up one morning in 1760 when a strange noise began echoing from the sky. A strange glowing shape was seen above, bright enough to cast a shadow in broad daylight. Multiple people reported seeing the light in Roxbury and Bridgewater, MA. A local newspaper reported the sighting, and it became the first UFO sighting in the Bridgewater Triangle. It was the first of many strange incidents to come. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon.